see. Yay, it works. Exciting. Okay, we are live. We're doing a commentary for The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Hi, guys.
I'm joined
Hello.
by Neelis and Trash Picture Show. We're doing the movie. It's going to be really cool. You're going to love it.
And if you don't, you can fuck off.
That's not very subtle.
Well, we've only lost like our 0 viewers already. That's just horrible.
That's me.
I'm watching it too, so I can see the chat.
Can't believe we've got -1 viewers now after that. Anyway, so I'm not going to do the 5-second countdown again. We'll probably not be synced up as per usual, but we'll give it a shot.
All right.
Anyway, so you guys ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. The old Universal logo.
Wasn't
Why
this
feel
the
nostalgic? Yeah, I like the new one, to be honest, but like, I don't know. Something nice about this, I guess.
I was always shocked they never integrated like they did. I think they did it with the Mummy and other movies, but they integrated like you're going over a globe. They should have had maybe a zoom down on the island from the actual Universal.
Yeah, I think like some of the movies do try and make their logos like Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park 3 was kind of the first to try that because I had like the ripple effect and stuff. But like,
so this opening sequence, it's obviously a kind of a reference and a kind of retelling of one of the main scenes at the start of the first book, where the little girl gets bitten.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene from the book like pretty fondly.
One thing I always found strange though is, could a monkey kill a compy? Could a capuchin monkey kill a Compsognathus?
Oh, we'll find out in Dominion when we see the epic battle at the end.
Pokemon pit fight. You've dude thrown compies and capuchin monkeys into fucking pits.
That's a great title drop. I love that. Like, it's just something about this opening that's just really good.
Yeah, I think it's the best opening in the entire series so far.
Definitely up there.
For me, the transition between the woman screaming and then Goldblum, they framed him perfectly with the tropical background.
That's honestly probably one of my favorite transitions of all time. That's like, I think Kid Me definitely thought for a second he was definitely on the island, just like huh? What's he doing there?
I was the same. I admit it.
That's the point to us. Like, did they clone? Did Did Hammond have such a fucking bitter fucking attitude towards Goldblum? He cloned him. He cloned a monster.
And that'd be a more interesting movie. Just an island of Jeff Goldblums.
Jeff Goldblum Park.
Someone's in a jeep and you just hear yeah, quick, it's behind us. Yeah, I think I was so glad they brought these guys back in Fallen Kingdom because compies are cool.
Yeah, I mean they're in Jurassic Park 3, but they may as well not have been.
But do they do something in Fallen Kingdom? I think they just.
I mean, the one pretends to be a toy. That was
yeah, that was. I know.
Right.
I get what you're saying, Neelis. It didn't really function as like an antagonist or a danger, but it was just cool to see him. And they even kind of give you a bit of a jump scare when Owen thinks he's found Blue's nest. A bunch of them come like bombing out of the car wreck.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. I haven't seen it in its entirety in a long time. Fallen Kingdom, I mean.
Sorry, James. Go on.
Oh no, don't worry.
No, dude, it's your stream. Go on, what were you saying?
I was just like going to say there's no way you can probably watch Fallen Kingdom enough for me to catch up with every other viewing of all the other movies. Like, just probably need.
Here it comes. What a wonderful transition.
You're ahead of us again.
if anyone's a fan of even bad prehistoric modern movies, I think it was 10 million BC. You know about the cavemen? Who
Oh yeah.
that little girl is the chick that the caveman is trying to save in that movie.
Oh.
Something Bell, Camilla Bell, I think is her name. She plays
The
the
man.
kind of romantic. Huh?
The mother in that
No,
scene.
no, the little girl that's been attacked by the compies.
Oh.
It was released. It was released in 2010, I think. It was.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like some movie from like the 70s or something. I was like,
No. It's basically this caveman. The mammoths start disappearing, and him and his girlfriend and some of his tribe members are taken by these kind of slavers, and he has to go rescue her. And he teams up with a saber-tooth tiger and stuff to get him.
oh,
It's not a real
no,
movie.
the Roland Emmerich movie, yeah.
Yes, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, he's our boy, the Curious Man.
Yeah.
God, that's a cool quote. I want that quote.
Another fun little movie fact: the butler there is Ian Abercrombie. He played the wise man in Army of Darkness. He was the guy who gives Bruce his chainsaw when he's fighting the pit bitch. I actually have an autographed Army of Darkness card from him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. He died a few years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think the last thing he starred in was Lex and Tim. The last thing he starred in was the terrible Birds of Prey TV show.
I haven't seen that one.
I don't even know there was a TV show.
Oh, you're better off. They had Mia Sara playing Harley Quinn, and she does a terrible job. One thing I love is that the critic kind of predicted this movie because you guys watched The Critic with Jay Sherman.
Oh,
Like Simpsons.
I think I saw the episode.
Yeah, you can't lock the raptor in the
where,
closet. And this was after Jurassic Park before this came out, but it had Hammond, Malcolm, and Lex in it. And it was like Jurassic Park 2. And it's like they had the exact same characters.
yeah. Like I know this scene goes through like a lot, but it really does a good job of like kind of like establishing how like screwed Malcolm's life is.
Oh yeah.
Like he's depressed as all hell.
And InGen fucked him up. He obviously got sued up the arse for not honouring the non-disclosure agreement.
I really like Ludlow. Just like he's not like cartoonishly evil. He's just like evil enough, you know.
Yeah, he's kind of goofy as well when they get to the island.
Yeah.
Like, I want base camp set up 1,200 hours, and it's like, look, whatever you want, do whatever you want.
It's kind of like he's trying to be like John Hammond, but like failing at it, and it's kind of like wholesome in a way.
Malcolm says, "What is it? You try to come off as Hammond, but it just comes off as Hustle." I love that line.
Right. Did you notice that Tim and Lex are present when the InGen team is at Hammond's place? Do you think Hammond was trying to persuade them not to exploit Side B with the kids present in the room the way he did? Get the kids to the island to get Gron.
Like having
maybe
having the kids there to like.
He's using everyone to manipulate.
Yeah, but it's not a malicious manipulation. Well, okay, what he done with how he got Sarah to the island was fair fucking shit.
Like I think John is definitely a good person. Like he has a good heart, but like he's never been good at making the best choices.
Yeah. Oh, I think Alan sums when Alan was talking about Billy. He sums up John in a very good statement. What is it? Some of the worst things in the world were done with the best intentions. I think that kind of like that applies to Hammond as well.
It does, yes.
I think what's made about the film is that like there's all these different sides about who's good and who's bad. But at the end of the day, the only kind of real person who wins is John Hammond in the end, in a way. Like he can't get what he wants. He gets his like legacy. I know. To be honest, I kind of like how quickly this rushes through the explanation of Site B. To be honest, I kind of like it because it's not like I don't want to see another movie of build up to what's Jurassic Park again? Because like Jurassic Park, I don't know how long it took to get to the island. 20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
I just think Goldblum does a better job of Martin here. Like I know he's obviously more iconic than Jurassic Park, but he has a lot more going on. You know.
But as you pointed out, there's some fantastic. He's gone through character growth. He is basically a lot more jaded than he was, and I do think they've kind of pulled back on his whole chaos theory shtick. So it doesn't really come up as much. He's more proactive. Obviously, he's thrown into the middle of the fucking thing, but he seems a lot more kind of thinking about kind of actual scenarios and situations than kind of breaking them down into kind of associating them with chaos theory and stuff.
I think it becomes different
making
for him
all
as
new
well.
ones. Another island with dinosaurs this time.
Well, it's different for him too because he's on the island with his daughter and his girlfriend. There's more at stake for him now.
Yeah, like he has an actual like personal connection now. Like he's actually trying to be a dad, like this time around, and before he was just like a cocky dude.
I feel so bad for the girl who played Kelly. Someone broke into her house, and she had basically a load of merch that she had from the movie and stole it all.
Yes,
See me.
I've read that.
I think of like of all the movies, why do you want to go and steal something from the Lost World? You may as well, I don't know, go break this one.
It was you, James.
Like Avengers house.
It was you bastard.
Ah.
Oh, here comes the reveal. Like something bad happened on the island. And someone once said, and I never noticed before, but Hammond is leaning on his cane now. And when Malcolm's gone in a few seconds, he's sort of hopping through the room, entirely happy that he
it's the Yoda thing. It's like, I'm a weak man. You have to take pity on me.
And the weird thing is that like he technically dies months later, so he clearly had enough life in him to like just like do this one last con or whatever. Oh, poor old me. Yeah.
Oh no, my girlfriend is on the island.
He's coming over with a glass of water. He's like, here, have some water. I fucked you over, but here.
And everybody always says that they want to see Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant back together because they're bickering. But as I recall it, in the first film, they share one or two scenes together in the car. Well, John Hammond and Ian Malcolm have much more of a connection. They're talking a lot more.
Yeah,
There's-
if anything,
I'm more
honestly
interested
makes more sense, to be honest.
in them being paired up than Grant and Malcolm.
Yeah, I honestly think Malcolm was the better choice. Like I don't think the scene would work with Alan, to be honest.
No, the only thing we see them do in the first film is sitting in the car on the way back and talking about Ellie Sattler being in a relationship with Alan Grant. And that's about it.
No, there's the great line. What is it? Man
did I
creates
break?
dinosaur. Violence and technology, not good bedfellows.
I think you're ahead of us again. We're still at
Yeah, you're about I don't know, maybe 10 seconds ahead of us, maybe.
Vince Vaughn's just turned up.
Yeah, you're somehow a bit ahead of us.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just got at the workshop.
All right.
Here
Okay.
comes
Has Nick gotten out of the car yet for you?
He's talking shit now to Malcolm about Greenpeace and why he joined.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, we're at that
Close
point
enough,
now.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I honestly really love Nick Van Owen as a character. Like, yeah, obviously he has like the cool like facade of a womanizer, and then it turns out, oh, he's an actual like kind of eco terrorist on the side.
Do you subscribe to that fucking theory that he was the one who let the Rex out in there's a theory going around that his arm is the one holding onto the fucking ship.
I mean, I think
No.
it makes sense if you feel that he deserves death. I think that, but I don't think he does.
There's a whole thing about how well Nick Van Owen's the secret villain of the Lost World. Like he takes the shells out of Roland's gun and stuff.
Well, he is in a way,
Yeah,
but I don't think he's
in a way, yeah. But it's all about the bloody butterfly effect and stuff. Like any small action you take, no matter how small, could have consequences later.
Yeah, in an effort to kind of protect or stop the animals being taken off the island, he inadvertently allowed, like Tembo was going to kill the Rex, but because he took the shells out, the Rex made it to the mainland.
He did, but I don't think it was him on the boat. I don't think InGen would let him near the boat.
I've heard so many crazy theories about how he fucking piloted.
I just used the stupid behind the scenes stuff and say the Rex broke out, it smashed into the thingy. We didn't see it. It's fine. It just did that, and it's cool. It's fine.
Originally, I saw concept sketches that said that there was raptors on the ship, and that's how it got out.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was filmed though. Get cut from the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in your minds, guys, for that callback later. Get excited.
Oh man,
that doesn't bother me at all.
Really?
It's like it's just funny to me now. Like I didn't even hate it as a kid, but just like there's no point hating this.
No, I'm with you there. It's a waste of energy to really kind of go at the scene, but I just it's silly. It kind of takes me out of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I just think it's one of those things that takes you out of the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Malcolm's and Kelly's relationship though. Like she's like clearly like he's clearly like trying to be a dad. Like and he's not doing the best job, but like he's still trying, and it's like that's like relatable.
They set that up as well. He does kind of like kids because like Grant asks him, "Have you any kids?" He goes, "Whenever I have a chance." And I was like.
Oh, so he can get into the Jurassic Park monisms of like, oh, what, you stayed in the trailer the entire time? Why didn't anyone check to see where she was? Why'd you stay in the trailer the entire time? Why didn't you just die of starvation?
Well, one, it's a big fucking trailer. Two, she's a backpack, so she could have like fucking packs of Snickers or something.
I think there's just food in there anyway. Like it's all just preset. I like how this movie does like transitions. Like it shows you the 5 deaths and then it transitions to them. Like it likes to do transitions a lot. Like from seeing one thing to and then skipping time.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to bring in the DX virus, or the DX virus explanation into? Because I'm still perplexed on why instead of Lockwood having it on an island, they just didn't ship them off to these islands in the end of Fallen Kingdom.
I mean,
like the virus.
I had a big discussion with Jack Hughes and several streams about this. I don't know if I want to get into it today, but very basic idea.
According to the websites, it says that the animals on these islands are dead now because of a virus.
No, I mean it's like, well, there's loads of reasons. It's mainly like man-made, like
poaching as well. Wasn't there another thing about poachers?
Well, I know it's just basically like humans interfering, and eventually how that destroys the environment. And once you start damaging the ecosystem, like that's clearly defined, it will eventually break down.
So I just would find.
I honestly like that they're all dead. If I'm honest, or they're all gone.
I don't think so, though. I would be astounded if every single fucking animal on that island. It's bigger. It's much bigger than Nublar. Or sorry, I always get the two mixed up. But it's much bigger than the other islands. And like the animals keep to their territories, as has been said. So I don't think all of them would have been taken out by the virus.
No, I feel the same.
Yeah.
It will be too convenient for them to go.
I'm still totally fine with them all gone. I feel like it fits this universe a lot.
Neelis, you work in the medical profession and stuff. Like, do you think it's feasible that like?
I'm not a medical professional. I'm working in IT, so.
Okay. But like, do you think that there's a virus that could bounce? Do you think it's credible that a virus could wipe out every single species on that island?
It's something from the second book that Malcolm theorizes that they will die because the animals fight and bite each other.
Ions.
So
ions, yeah.
They might all die, but it seems so convenient for this film. Like you say, it's a big island, much bigger than Island Nublar. And for them all to die, I don't think so. And when you look at Jurassic Park 3, they're all the animals look healthy in that film, and suddenly they've died.
Yeah, it stands to reason if the creatures on this island were to get infected or have a disease suddenly spring up, that the animals on Nublar would have as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, the Stegosaurus.
Actually, I think I actually like this reveal a bit more than the Brachiosaurus one, to be honest. Just a little bit.
It makes a bit more sense.
I love it for Fan Owen and Card's reaction. It's like, what did you think you were going to see? Iguanas? Big lizards? I've actually in recent years I've warmed to Sarah Harding. I like Julianne Moore.
I honestly don't get the hate.
I've warmed to her. I found her annoying as I was younger, but I genuinely think she's not phoning it in. She's giving it her all, and I do think she's a character that I'd like to see return. Like I could see her working for the Dinosaur Protection Group, the DPG.
I don't think anyone would ever hire Nick Van Owen unless they're more serious about what they're going to be doing. Because Obviously, he's a big old saboteur.
That's if the fucker's still alive, according to so many fucking fans. It's like,
I don't know. I like to believe he's alive. He's just like in hiding somewhere. I don't know.
what happened here, guys? Did he cut out? Did the feed just cut out there on you guys?
I don't think so.
No, it's still
I
working.
just stopped talking.
It's probably
we're
my
just
laptop.
enjoying the movie.
I mean, I know it's hard to enjoy movies this year, lately, but let's try.
It's a lucky pack here. That's great.
Oh, he must be rejoining later.
Oh, he's gone. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. I sent him a link.
Yeah.
I will tie you to bed.
I don't care. It's like, let's go home.
Yeah, like I love that dynamic. Like Sarah clearly doesn't see why Ian's here, and like Ian absolutely does not care about any of this.
You're back.
My laptop is acting the Mickey. Sorry, guys.
No, that's all right.
I like this animatronic. It's cool.
The baby Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
It's still like probably the most like adorable thing in the franchise. Somewhat debatable. There's a big theme in this movie about like motherhood and well, obviously parenting and things like that. Like everything's like protecting their kid or someone they love.
Even Malcolm, like.
Yeah.
Big iguanas. I love that line.
I wish they had switched the scene where she touches the Stegosaurus with Sarah telling Nick not to smoke, because it sort of comes across as hypocritical. She's touching the dinosaur and then she tells them we can't interfere with the animals. Jeopardize the research. I think if they turn it around,
that's Nick clearly getting someone killed. His fucking camera. He didn't have the he didn't have the silence. He didn't have he didn't have the shutter kind of turned off.
Yeah, there's also like a theme in this movie about how like all this fancy technology doesn't work. I guess, and it's kind of a big theme. Just part, I guess, this idea that like your reliance on technology will like be your undoing or whatever.
Yeah, it's more of a hindrance than a help.
Like something as simple as a camera, like just starts all this.
It starts rewinding the film.
Yeah,
that's. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. I talk about this during Jurassic Park 3, but like every movie introduces a big cool new gun, and like
and they never use it.
Yeah. It's thing like I don't mind if it never use it. It's all about whether it like comes back, because like Jurassic Park 3 had an explosive sniper rifle, right? And then that never came back. In fact, I'm pretty sure Cooper was shooting a pistol of all things. It sounded like.
The thing is though, I remember having a discussion with someone. It might have been you, James, about like if people were able to take out the dinosaurs easily with guns, would that diminish the threat? And it's like
I think so. Like it's the thing, like you can kill a dinosaur with a gun. Like like they shot Blue in Fallen Kingdom. One raptor got blown up. Like you can do it, but I think it has to be something. It has to be really well done. Like it can't just be a bunch of soldiers gun down a dinosaur and that's it. It has to be.
Because that'd just come across as callous. Like, and the cool thing in the novel is, remember, Muldoon had to use a fucking rocket launcher to kill velociraptors. Not a T-Rex, he was blowing them up with a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah. And Muldoon in the novel is kind of like sort of like a crazy dude, like, I had this rocket launcher here the entire time just for emergencies. Like, he's way more prepared than that novel.
Sure, he's pissed drunk. there's a brilliant bit where he's getting an argument with Ellie, and she's like, "Where are you?" He goes, "I'm stuck in a bloody pipe." He's pissed drunk, just stuck in a pipe with a rocket launcher. A bunch of raptors trying to kill him.
Yeah, so this scene is like kind of a big moment. Sets up the idea of like our T-Rexes, good parents or whatever. And there's some theories that T-Rexes would eat their young. There's some that they would leave them behind, and others that they'd raise them. Obviously, this movie gives an answer, but like,
not good, but Phyllis. I love Richard Skiff, brilliant actor.
God, what was Kelly? How would Kelly go undisturbed in the trailer the entire time? I hate it so much. Oh, bad movie.
It's that hack again, James. It's Spielberg being a hack.
Oh, she's
how they even make him make anything after him? I don't know. Oh dear.
She surely was more comfortable than the kids in the book. They were stuck in a cabinet.
Yeah, well, here's the setup of the satellite film. Like our first kind of appearance of it. It seems like a bigger deal in 3, though.
Oh.
Man, Eddie's so salty about like him like ragging on this technology like all the time.
I love how they're talking at the same time. Yeah. I think that's a Spielberg trait.
I do it earlier, like when Ludo and Malcolm are talking, that they're basically like talking over each other to try and like out-talk the other.
I do like they kind of have put this family drama in the middle of
yeah, they have like a normal conversation about like the thingy, and then they have like Malcolm complaining. So it's like a nice dynamic.
And Sarah saying, "Look, I appreciate it, but you could have fucking come and get me out of that shitty dinner with your parents and stuff, like
Do you guys think that in the film Sarah Harding is the daughter of Jerry Harding from the first film? That she is sort of suggested in the book to be.
There's like an implied relation in that Telltale game, I think.
Yeah, because
and it's in the second novel that he says, "Oh, your father was a vet," and then the T-Rex appears, so it never goes anywhere. But
they don't mention it. Like I was thinking that myself, but like
I don't know if it's like if it's better to have them be related or if it's too convenient. Like it's one or the other. I can't decide.
But Neelis, earlier on there was dialogue saying that Sarah went down to interview Ian when he was in hospital to ask if the rumors were true.
Yes.
If her father had been the vet, she wouldn't need to have asked about Ian.
That's a good point. Yeah. So she's not. It's just coincidence.
I love this roundup scene.
No, you'll be for 5 or 6 pieces.
Spielberg loved Pete Postlethwaite. He actually said to him, he said, if more actors were like you, they'd be the greatest actors in the world. And he retorted by saying, "Stephen, I'm an actor. I'm not fucking Carlsberg, but thank you." You can keep it.
It says engine on the side of that chopper. Why would Hammond send 2 teams?
That's a terrible Richard Skiff impression, James.
All you have to do is whine, right? That's all you have to do, isn't it?
Okay, going on to the topic, right? Eddie Carr, awesome character. Probably the worst action figure out of the Lost World line because he looks nothing like him, but he is a cool character. The fact he basically sacrificed his life to save the lads.
Cancel that order.
Huh?
There's just an entire scene of Dudley getting roasted, just like.
Wouldn't it be great if the guy in the bike got squashed by accident?
I think you're ahead of us again.
Oh, balls!
We're still in the car with.
We're still in the car with Ludlow.
Elbow.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, awesome. I actually thought
you're watching that for all I care.
I'm
I love how this whole thing where like rich dentists always go to like Africa or whatever. Like even back then, it seems more recent, but like people are trophy hunting all the time.
And Roland's been around these dickheads long enough to know, look, we're not fucking doing this. I am at the Pachycephalosaurus section. I have it paused. Let me know when.
Yeah, we'll give you a sign.
I'm actually shocked because you're watching the HD version, and I thought maybe the speed would be different. Your version would be quicker, but
it's amazing. I mean, like dinosaurs managed to fit in this scene, like a lot of them.
Oh yeah,
you clearly see a huge upgrade from like when Jurassic Park 1's big deal was having so many Gallimimus on the screen, and now you can have all these different kinds.
Just stampeding.
Yeah. Oh, we're at the Pachycephalosaurus.
Cool.
It's kind of unreal it's kind of unreal that Sarah talks about in this movie and talks about how like doesn't like him as a paleontologist or whatever, and it's like he's literally here. Like for now, it's kind of weird to think about.
He turns up. How convenient.
The Transformer Jeeps. Next thing I'll be at bloody Optimus Prime.
I would love to have gotten that Humvee. I don't think it was released in Europe.
I think there's a toy version of it, but it's very fragile.
Oh no, there is Neelis, but it wasn't released in Europe. The ground tracker and the smaller kind of tan vehicle that Peter Stark and Carter are in was released, and the bike. But I think the Humvee and the trailer were only released in the United States.
Yeah, I think so too. I've never seen the trailer here, and I don't think I've seen the special car.
Do. There's the big theme. Yeah, I honestly think this maybe John Williams' best score. Maybe it depends on.
It's kick-ass.
Yeah, maybe either this or Revenge of the Sith for me, I guess. Not sure.
I absolutely adore the score from the game of this, the PS1 game of this movie. So much so they brought.
I don't really listen to it enough. I only know that one little tiny bit from Jurassic World that it played in.
Have you played it, James?
No, I mean, my only nostalgia for it was being at a friend's house who had it. And I was getting really amazed that you could play as a company, and I was like, whoa. Like that was a big deal to me. Not only playing as a dinosaur, but playing as one of the little guys. Like that was cool.
The weird thing is, you think the copy would be the hardest thing. The T-Rex was the worst to play as.
Yeah, because I mean, the T-Rex basically goes through an entire gauntlet of stuff in that game.
It is a tank, but it's slow as fuck.
There you go. Yeah, we kind of set up for Roland's kind of big old Captain Ahab thing.
Yeah, the T-Rex.
But unlike Captain Ahab, he doesn't like become like consumed by his hubris or whatever. Like he actually lives.
Oh, you were just showing the comic. If you check the comic, there's a panel where they've shown Roland Tembo as if he's eaten by the T-Rex, and a few panels later he's back.
The trank gun. I remember that because I think it might have been an artist's mistake that they.
I think so too. They drew in the wrong person.
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to say like cause I read the original script and like Roland Temple definitely doesn't die in that.
No. Yeah, that's the one. So he dies in one panel, and then the next panel he's back.
I'd say it's just an artist's flub, though. I'd say that.
No, it's just like Roland. No, it's just like Muldoon, that one comic where he just like comes back and then he's fine. Oh, Raptor couldn't chew me up.
Have you read those Topps comics?
Yeah, a few.
I've definitely seen the Muldoon panels anyway. Like,
have you seen the one with the UFO?
Oh, yeah.
There's a UFO on Isla Nublar.
I still want to find out how that story was supposed to end. It's like they don't think about finished or something.
The government turned up to seize the UFO, and they're using dinosaurs as like fucking watchdogs to keep people off. Yeah, it's
like that's so 90s comic. It's unreal.
People like Jurassic Park. They also like the X-Files.
Let's mix them up.
I like the Rex nest. Like it's just full of these like horrible dead bodies. It's like in the shadows and stuff.
Skull and stuff.
So I suppose I have to talk about the fact that there's a deleted scene where Ludlow breaks the baby Rex's leg, but in this one it seems like Roland did, and maybe that just gives him a bit of moral ambiguity in this context. Maybe, I don't know.
Hold up a minute. Try to see if anyone's basically.
Right, yeah, we're actually like really close to when the camp gets absolutely blown up.
I love where the trike just goes apeshit.
I love how basically like how strong they make the trike. Like we know T-Rex is strong, but the Triceratops literally like makes the cars explode, and then it's like
it ends up flipping the Jeep into the tree.
Yeah,
jump!
It's like I suppose it's like a nice counterbalance to the T-Rex, I guess. Like they're both like just like OP.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Just let her on.
Yeah, I saw this in the cinema for my cousin's, I think, 13th or 14th birthday.
Oh, cool. Do you remember like how you felt during the theater?
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I like even JP3. You know when you try and tell yourself you didn't hate the movie, and I didn't hate JP3, but I remember feeling disappointed because it was so short.
Yeah, I knew I had like problems with it. I think I still like generally liked it. Try to think what I even didn't like about it as a kid. I think it was just the idea that I felt it was maybe a bit too weirdly too violent. I think
JP3.
Actually, I think I as a kid actually thought it was like way too like scary. Like the Spinosaurus killing the T-Rex and stuff. Like I didn't hate it. I just thought like, wow, that's like grisly stuff. Anyway, Nick Van Owen, he's about to crack open some cages.
The amount that is, did they have to cut the bolts on the trike cage at all, did they? Or was that the Stegosaurus cage?
I think
they just pulled out a bar.
Yeah, I mean, there just seem to be different cages at different dinosaurs. To visit a zoo, you're bringing a zoo to them. Oh, baby's cute. Yeah, but he was set up the idea of San Diego.
I wonder is the animatronic of the trike the same one they used for the first movie, just repositioned?
Some of them probably are.
The baby trike I think was an unused animatronic from the first one. We were supposed to encounter it. I think Lex was supposed to ride on its back.
Yeah, I love how Triceratops is already like set up as like this like kind of scary like bull type thing. Oh, yeah, I have to say, InGen do really good concept art for their stuff.
They do for sure. I always thought that the little model that's in there, they use that for the end of the film, but it's actually a different model that they built, a miniature set to film the car driving into it. And I thought they were the same, but they're not.
I love that. The Jeep going into the tree.
Yeah. Here comes chaos into effect, even though it just seems like a good thing to do because, like, you know, you stop the dinosaurs from getting off the islands. Obviously,
I love the fact they left the bottle of whiskey and the bottle of scotch and the tin cup next to the Rex baby from the prior scene that they took out. It's like, why is there a fucking bottle of booze and all?
That's the last time I leave young child. It's going to be just doing terrible passions all commentary. Do you like guys like Dieter as a character, or is he like a bit too evil for you, or what?
Who?
Dieter Stark. You know.
To me, I didn't know who he was when I was younger, but now that I watched it, it's like he's Peter Stormare. Peter Stormare is Peter Stormare in every fucking thing. He's the same character. He's just if you want an Eastern European slime ball, you get Peter Stormare.
I think I last saw him in that Untitled Dawn game. I think that was his last big thing, I guess. Other than Prison
John
Break,
Wick. He was in John Wick 2.
Was he? Oh yeah.
Killed him with a fucking pencil.
I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen the first one. That was good. I have to see the other two.
They're fun, but they're not. You're not going to go see Gone with the Wind when you watch them.
I love that line by Eddie. What the hell was that?
I like Ian trying to communicate on the fucking radio.
Weird, like even though like Grant hates computers, like Ian has his own problems with like technology as well. It just like doesn't work for him or whatever. You know, so people are ragging them saving the baby and be like, "Oh, why would they do that if Sarah already knew the Rex's would save the kid?" But like, she didn't know that. She just assumed that they were like good parents in the sense that they would raise them. They didn't she didn't assume they would track them all the way there. Like it's kind of a weird thing to use against her. I don't know.
I like some of the humor in this where it's like they're operating on the baby and she's like spit and like your gum.
And the Baby Rex is a great animatronic.
Yeah.
In one scene, you see the actor squeezing the thingy to make the leg move or whatever. Bad direction again.
But you can actually see you can't see it now, but when Nick carries it into the trailer, you can see a wire run into his vest.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that makes Spielberg a bad director.
But there's a later scene where they're carrying the baby and you don't see it. And Kelly's the only smart person in this scene. Like, I want to get out of here.
Her father's been telling her these fucking horror stories probably from when she was a baby about what happened in the island. So
yeah.
Vince Vaughn was very disappointed because he went into a toy store and he's like, oh, I gotta check out the Lost World toys, and apparently all the Nick Van Owen action figures were the only ones left in the bags. Even back then, people didn't like Vince Vaughn.
Well, I like him as a character too. I think he's not a bad character.
No, I like morally ambiguous characters who like have good intentions but always make mistakes. Like,
exactly.
I don't see the problem with it. I suppose it's just a problem that like people nowadays just want every character to make a good decision all the time, like and make no mistakes. And I'm like, you know, where have you guys been for the last like 100 years of filmmaking? Like,
you don't want a character who's like perfect the whole fucking time. You want a flawed individual, you know. Oh. James, I just ate 4 double-decker bars and I'm gonna fucking feel that in the morning.
Oh, why? I feel done after having one. The stodgy stuff. Like that.
I like double-deckers.
I drink too many energy drinks and they kill my insides. I should stop doing that.
You drink what?
Like energy drinks that they like hurt my like disagree with me terribly, but I just get them. I don't know.
Like Monster and Red Bull and stuff like that.
Yeah, that kind of crap. Yeah. But you never keep your word.
Yeah. I would have squeezed a bit harder.
One thing I love when I saw this was I don't know, maybe it was Irish television, but there wasn't many like adverts or TV kind of promos for this at the time, and again, no internet. So I
wasn't born as it came out. I would never know any of this.
But when I went in the cinema, I was like, oh, cool. There's 2 T-Rexes. When I realized there was 2 T-Rexes, I nearly shat a brick. It was awesome. I remember.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, it's a very simple thing when you think about it now. Like any sequel could do that now, but I don't know, just something about this movie doing it. It's just so good.
And like, it never dawned on me. Well, there's a baby, so obviously there's 2 of them. I like the little details as well because I think it's the bull. He has scars on his snout, which obviously like they fought during mating, or she would have attacked him during a mating ritual or something. which you didn't need to do that, but it gives some
Mom's
depth.
very angry. It's actually amazing how long this scene ends up going on for. Like you stay in the trailer for a long time.
This is probably, I think, out of the first and second book, I think this is the scene that transitioned from the two books to screen the best. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you think? What do you think? There's any stuff taken out of the books that transitioned really well to screen?
I think the opening scene for this film that came from the first book, of course.
Yeah.
That worked well too.
Nidra's death, well.
I think I'll agree that Lost World does the most like direct screen translation, like generally, even though it's not a full adaptation of the actual Lost World novel, it does like specific scenes really well.
I think it takes more scenes from the first novel, than it does from the second. It has the compies and it has the waterfall. It has.
Honestly, I'm totally fine. Like Crichton's explanation of why this didn't end up being like the book. It's like it was basically like I don't care if people adapt this like one to one. And Spielberg was like, I just need a book so I can have a sequel idea. And he was like, all right. And Crichton was like, oh, I'll just crap one out. I'll just crap a book out in like 5 minutes. I don't care what people say. The Lost World is a rushed book. It's a rushed book made for a movie sequel. Like that's what it is. Even if it's a good book, it's still a rushed sequel in many senses. It's like I'm kind of glad this movie's different in a way.
I remember reading the novel after watching the movie, and I'm like, but this isn't the movie. We're the hunters, and then in later years, I appreciated the book even more than the movie.
For me, it was the other way around. We read the novel first, and then I saw the film.
I think I still just love the movie way more, to be honest. But I suppose just a thing like I can't finish the Lord of the Rings no matter how hard I try. I can't get through it after seeing the movies. Yeah, I couldn't finish Fellowship, the book, at all.
It's very long.
Be right back, guys. Okay.
I didn't even like finish getting out of the Shire, like because the Shire section takes so long. That, like
that's just the start.
You meet these elves at this house, and I'm like, what? Why are we still in the Shire? And like, so I just put it down and never went back.
It takes a long time. I think the Lord of the Rings.
I read it all the way through though. That was a good book.
But I think the film version of the Lord of the Rings is a very good adaptation.
Yeah. I think like this entire sequence is just like the T-Rex breakout from the first one, but just like obviously way bigger. And you kind of get the idea of like T-Rexes wanting revenge and stuff.
Yeah. This is where Ian hits Nick on the fingers. He kicks him. Ow! I can just feel that.
I got something.
Whoops.
I also feel this might be the best Spielberg action sequence by a long margin, in some regards, anyway.
James, did you see the MTV Movie Awards parody of this with Nick Van Owen having to tranquilize a giant Ben Stiller?
No, I'll have to. I must have seen that years ago. I'd have to rewatch it. God,
I'll look that up.
MTV Movie Awards when they did things and they existed.
When there was music on MTV. Christ, I'm old.
Yeah. Yeah, when you think about it, the T-Rexes have basically just all gone now, but now there's just an entire section where characters are still in peril.
Wasn't there something in the script about Sarah having trouble with heights, and that got it's just left on the cutting room floor. It was never shot, but it sort of played out here.
Maybe.
That's a great shot. You can see the ocean beneath her, and the glass is breaking.
It's great because you know that thing is going to fall and smash the glass, and you just like anticipating it.
Heads up. You're a lucky pack.
Yeah, we need to bring more lucky packs back because there was one in Jurassic Park 3. We need to complete.
I think they're an unlucky pack, though.
Lucky strap.
Yeah. I don't know how lucky Billy's was. It was only lucky because it meant he could carry the parasail thing.
That and the eggs. Oh no, that was
yeah, yeah. I guess. No, I think he used to put them in his camera bag. I think. I just remembered this thing from when I was a kid. Like I thought the cheeseburger joke thing was actually serious.
What?
Like as a kid, I didn't get sarcasm. So like when he was like about 2 double cheeseburgers of everything, I'm like, oh, they want that as well while they're being rescued. Nice. I'd go for a cheeseburger. Okay.
I sent you the MTV movie awards last birthday.
Oh, I'll watch it after the movie.
Yeah. I remember the geriatric park joke from like Naked Gun 3.
Oh, that was brilliant. I'm sure the opening credits, the T-Rex break out as well. This big goofy T-Rex. There was a lot of movies that parodied Jurassic Park in the mid-90s. I'm trying to think which one's the best.
You know, it's kind of what Neji was doing to try and get his car down, but now it's like Eddie trying to do it kind of in reverse, in a way.
Oh.
Really good, like long take here, like as they go for the trailer.
Yeah, a lot of people got upset when Eddie died, and that's a theory on why they didn't kill off Billy in part 3.
Wasn't it the actor who wanted to return?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wanted to survive so he could be in the 4th movie.
Yeah, and there was going to be a sequel with him with Nick Van Owen. One of Jurassic Park 4's like alternate version was going to have that.
Two of the shiftiest fuckers in the Jurassic Park universe.
Yeah.
We've been robbed of the best
nice
film.
Dynamic. Guys are basically like made two terrible mistakes, basically being like, "Hey, we're bros now." Except like Billy's in like some kind of like hover wheelchair or something because of his broken legs or whatever. I like to imagine that he hasn't. I don't know. Like, it probably seems cruel, but I imagine he's like in a wheelchair or something because he seems like quite almost paralyzed.
He's fucked up, dude. Yeah. I'm adamant he has a colostomy bag after that movie.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's lassoing dinosaurs with a piss bag.
Oh, man, the music in this movie is fantastic. Like, it's unreal.
Do you have the special edition soundtrack?
Oh no,
There's a-
I need to get my hands on more of the soundtracks. I think I only have JP1 to be
Neelis,
honest.
is that the fold-out one with the 3D kind of you fold it
No,
out?
it's another one. It's by I have to look up the company. They bring out all these special edition versions of music, and they released. It's with 4 discs, 2 for the first film and 2 for the second film, with all the music from the films.
I gotta check that out.
That's
Okay,
yeah.
being pragmatic here, guys, right? Even if Eddie got one shot off, that's a bolt action air rifle, so he would have been fucked.
Like, did they even have spare ammo to like have time to reload us? Like, no one, like, you never know. So like, I don't think there's any way he could have gotten out of this, unless maybe he like ran out of the car and let the trailer fall.
My girlfriend says this is the Lady and the Tramp scene of the movie. She's like, it's so romantic. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Imagine I had someone you can take a day to, like getting a guy getting ripped in half.
It's lovely. There's a great shot when they come out of the mist and the trees.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Again, that was like one of the moments. It's like there are 2 fucking T-Rexes.
Yeah, like I think, to be honest, the T-Rexes are way scarier in this movie. Like in most cases.
Yeah, in the other movie, you can kind of what like the T-Rex movements and its eye line and stuff. You can kind of predict what it's going to do or where it's going to go. With these ones, you don't know what the fuck they're doing now.
And there goes the fancy Mercedes. Oh, poor Annie.
Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Gone.
Up to those Marlboro men.
I love how in movies explosions always have like roars and things. I think it's cool, to be honest. Like wow. Like obviously it doesn't sound like a real explosion, but it sounds like, I don't know, like primal or something maybe. Like so like I don't know.
I'll give more credence to that than fucking Jaws blowing up. When Jaws blows up and he roars like a lion in Jaws 3.
That's in the 4th film, The Revenge.
4th, sorry, 3.
Yeah.
3 is the 3D one.
I was confused too.
Because like, I know, which version of Revenge do you guys prefer? Like, you prefer where the shark gets stabbed, or the other one?
There's 2 versions.
Oh yeah, no. There's one where the shark gets impaled by like by
the prow of the boat.
Yeah,
and then there's another one where I think Mario Van Peebles' character has like a harpoon with some kind of sonic explosive or something on the end, right, Jim?
Yeah. I think the TV version had the stab bit. I think. I can't prefer that. Even though it's not a good movie either way. Like, I still prefer the idea of a shark getting stabbed and blown up again.
I like the fact that the raptors are a looming menace in this. They're not elaborated on too much.
Like they just mention their name and then the music like cue comes on, and that's all you need to know there's because they're a threat.
Yeah, we know from the first movie all we need to know about them. Like.
I like how Burke and Sarah Harding are sort of teaming up in this scene.
They're sort of teaming up and then they kind of butt heads. Like, that's throughout. Well, they don't really have too much.
Last for 10 seconds, but
there's definitely a kind of sexist view with like Burke and the men. Like, well, I'm a guy, I'm an expert, and Sarah's like,
he's definitely kind of mansplaining the like dinosaurs to her, like even though she's literally been on an island like for a week.
Let's get this movable feast on the way. Well, these lines I think if it was someone else, they wouldn't.
Yeah, like
They
I
wouldn't be
think
able to
any
deliver that.
line like from him just has this like gravitas to it. Like
Yeah.
even the most like, basic of things he says.
And as I was saying the other day, you could take the character and put him into the original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Lost World novel or a version of that movie, and he would fit perfectly. He is a character out of his time.
Yeah, like I think this movie follows the structure of all those kind of old kind of dinosaur movies anyway, from like King Kong to Lost World to that kind of thing.
Yeah, the real
It's a very like classic dinosaur movie.
Kind of the primordial adventure,
Yeah.
the pulp Robert E. Howard kind of adventure.
That's where Roland and Nick agree on something too here.
Yeah.
They definitely have respect for each other.
Yeah, there's a mutual respect for each other. Like, you know the origin of the name of the two characters, right?
Yeah, they're from that old song.
Yeah, Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. They were both mercenaries, and Nick Van Owen kills Roland in the song.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like that setup as well, where Ian's like taking dinosaurs off this island is a bad idea, and a long sad history of bad ideas. And I'm going to be there when to see that. And later on, where when he's presenting the Rex on the pier, or when he's talking about opening the park, he sees Sarah and Ian. He's like, I want those two up front and center so they can see my fucking success and glory.
I think most of these lines are in the original script. Like, I don't think any of this was like reshot to make the ending like work. I think these are all in the original script, but like the ending obviously originally was that they didn't leave the island with the T-Rex. But like, I think it works way better knowing that this does pay off. Like, that they do get a dinosaur off the island. Like,
I like for the longest period of time, James. I didn't like the T-Rex coming to the mainland, and then I read the original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle novel, and in the novel they bring I think it's an Apatosaurus to
I think it's a Pteranodon, and then the Apatosaurus was in the movie. I think the 1925 movie. I think that's how it works.
But there is a correlation between that, and that's why it works, because it's going along the same kind of beats.
Something about all these hunters marching off like for the grassland is cool.
And it's all shot on location that makes it feel real.
Again, Neelis, I know you have the soft spot for JP3, but I just think the jungle in this version of Sorna, the red, and I know it's in a different part of the island. I just prefer this jungle to JP3 jungle.
Even as a kid, I hated that Nublar became like Hawaii again. Like, I was like, okay, even back then I thought like this feels a bit too Jurassic Park one-y a bit.
Yeah, it looks very different in this film because it's a different island. So yeah, the second film has the better jungle. Absolutely.
Yeah. I even like this island mostly better anyway, in most senses. I suppose I never really had the nostalgia for the tiki huts and things like that in Jurassic Park 1, like that kind of style, like where it's all like Hawaiian. I suppose I never just had that nostalgia for it. I suppose I don't know.
This is terrifying because I like the scene because it's terrifying because even if you're out of earshot, it's a fucking deadly situation to be in. Like, you go off, take a piss, and you make a wrong turn, and you're fucked. You're basically screwed.
Yeah, I'd say like everything in this movie is all about like slight mistakes that where either you or someone else makes that gets someone else killed. So like maybe you could blame Dieter because he goes way too far because he obviously clearly hates the group or whatever and just like wants to be away from them. But like, you could also blame Carter because he had his earphones in. So like, there's a lot going on.
Do you think the compies attacked Dieter because he's on his own, or because he went fucking with the other two and they kind of remember there's a pack leader or something?
It's the revenge of the compies.
Yeah, I'd like to think it's some kind of revenge. Maybe not too literally, but like somewhat.
Well, here's the thing, right? Although, okay, there was sailors there to help her, but the little girl survived, and there was a shitload of them. But again, the crew of her parents' ship was there to save her. But it's just there's more of a malicious kind of tone to these lads. They're vultures. They're waiting for him to die.
They're great little characters. I think they should return in a future film.
Yeah, I was, as I said, I was glad they came back in Fallen Kingdom. But you are right, Neelis. They should have had a bit more to do.
It's falling down the cliff. But maybe he was injured in a fall too, which made him more vulnerable to the animals.
Yeah, that would be, Neelis, that'd be a throwback to the end of Jurassic Park with Hammond.
Yes.
Where Hammond fucks up his ankle.
Yeah, they based it on that chapter in the book.
I like the fact his action figure and the version of him in the video game, they look the same, but they look nothing like him.
I've never played the video game, so I've never seen that. I'll look that up.
I'm hopefully getting this box that'll let me connect my PS2 to my laptop and let me stream playing old PS1 games. And I'm probably going to do a live stream of me playing them.
That would be great. Yeah. I think I've played one of the PlayStation games, but I could never get past chapter or the first level. But that's a long time ago, and it wasn't mine.
Has died for you guys or not?
He's still alive for me.
He just got eaten there.
Oh, you're ahead of me then, because
I mean, I might be behind you guys. I'm not sure.
They're just moving away now. The group is moving again. And the backpack is being left behind. And Dieter is
yeah.
About now.
Okay, I'm gonna pause and you let me know when Roland asks Carter how long since he's seen him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yep, I'll be caught up with you, Neelis.
I'm at the part now where Ludlow's trying to get the men to move, and Nick is like, "Yeah, come on, guys, let's get the fuck out of here."
Such a great moment.
They have more respect for this guy who sabotaged their equipment than their actual leader.
I'll turn up the volume a bit. Oh, they're killing Nick now. No, not Nick. What's his name again? Dieter. Yeah.
Dieter. Oh, Dieter.
Okay. Yeah, he's asking when was the last time they saw him.
Okay.
10, 15 minutes. I like this moment too, where he's a true gentleman. He says to Miss Harding, "No one tells the little girl."
Yeah, he's just such an honorable character. Like,
Yeah.
my favorite line is coming up. My favorite Roland Tembo line is coming up.
Is it just the parts they didn't like?
Yeah, he says it so matter of factly.
Yeah.
He says it like he's getting he's getting a phone bill in the mail.
And Ludlow's perpetually drunk. So he's even sleeping with a little flask.
Just the parts that I didn't like.
Oh yeah, he's coming up now.
I like the fact they're not even fucking brimming Ludlow into this powwow. It's just Ian, Ajay, and Roland. It's like fucking because we've all had bosses like that who let someone else do all the work.
Yeah.
Like, we're better off if we just leave this fucking idiot out of the loop.
I think the tent scene is wonderful too, with the T-Rex coming up, the head coming in, and it's sniffing, and it looks real.
Yeah, so there's a bit of dialogue while they're talking where it's like they're going to climb down a cliff, and that's one of the few things left from the original script. So like, I guess you could hold that against the movie because that's there, but I don't know.
But they fall down a cliff when they run through the grass. Is that not the cliff he's talking about?
I think that's just a hill. I think supposedly before they reach the village, they're supposed to climb down a cliff.
And they use hang gliders, and they get attacked by pterodactyls originally.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So I guess they just found a different way around it. They didn't really know about, like a scenic route, I guess, and you could just say that.
Well, sure. When the T-Rex attacks, everyone just scatters. It's absolute fucking pandemonium, and people are like, would you be able to, even with all that's going on, would you be able to, like, in thick brush in the middle of the night, would you be able to follow directions or a set path or like, you know?
No, to be honest, most of the characters just got lucky. Well, most of them died, but like some of them got lucky, at least.
My girlfriend's playing GTA at the moment, and she's doing her favorite mission. She's killing hipsters. What? I like the fact they're just fucking off without Ian. Like, it'll be fine.
he has experience.
Bastard. Just how pissed would you be if you had like an elephant gun and you had the perfect shot, and you're like, oh, fucking prick.
Mm.
Oh, Carter's dead. He gets pancaked. Like, it's comedic, but it's a horrible death. and he's like a bug stuck to the bottom of his foot.
You're ahead of us again,
For fuck.
Yeah.
but not by far.
Yeah, I mean,
It must be.
I skipped the bit where they start running from the Rex, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm at the bit now where Roland is getting ready to trank the Rex. Like, I'm wondering, is like, I'm shocked that your digital copy or the copies you're watching online is quicker than the DVD. Because like,
Yeah, we're at the trank part now too.
Yeah, and obviously because Nick took the shells, obviously, the only option left is to capture the T-Rex, and that's how they get to the mainland and blah blah blah.
that's actually something I'm wondering, James. Did Roland mean to capture the T-Rex, or did
I
he?
think he totally just wanted his one dead.
So that's why he gave it the extra dose. As
I'd
the
think.
text on board explains that, like, he's like, oh yeah, Roland gave
Yeah,
it.
I think him using 2 darts probably would mean he probably
He wanted to
wanted
kill it.
die and sleep.
In the comic, it's a giant centipede that goes around Burke's shirt, not a snake.
But the fault is no such thing as giant centipede, so a snake makes more sense.
I think it's a giant centipede.
Like, you couldn't even really, like... Well, you could probably genetically engineer one, but you couldn't, like, clone a giant centipede, because, well, there's none left.
Giant millipede.
Yeah.
What's your poison, James? What are you drinking?
Oh, juice. I haven't got any hard stuff left.
Don't go into the long grass.
Yeah,
And Adji goes into the long grass.
Like Burke's death's kind of like horrible. Like, you don't see what happens, but just that cloud of blood. It's like
At the
something about
snap,
it.
there's this real visceral snap.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm convinced Spielberg stole this off Vincent Ward's Alien 3 story.
Yeah.
Yes, from the original idea.
Yeah, when it's
and
hunting
then
them
Covenant stole that back in a way. With its like
yeah,
wheat
for
field
Covenant.
scene. So like, I don't know, maybe Covenant somehow stole that off the movie, which stole that off as like an old script. Who knows?
I love that pounce. That was fucking class. I love the tiger stripe design on them as well.
Yeah, the tiger ones are always my favorite. Man, just a way that like you see the raptors like cut through the grass all quietly. It's amazing.
I think there was a scene here because I saw a promotional still where like a raptor is actually watching them, and it has a bloody snout.
Yeah, there's a shot of that. Well, a picture of that indeed. I think they cut a lot of material for this scene of the animatronics.
Yeah, because I remember coming by an annual. I think it was a Jurassic Lost World annual, and they had like a lot of pictures of the raptor.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you heard that loud car. People like to zoom past my house.
At least they're not near an airport or anything like that.
Yeah. So obviously, some of the hunters clearly survived this to just go like scattering elsewhere and eventually end up, I guess, back where they came from with the Rex.
I'm gonna grab another drink. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Do you think, James? Do you think they planned for? Okay, that's the end of Nick Van Owen. After the island, we don't really need him anymore. Because do you find it a bit jarring that his character just disappears? Like, wait, Roland.
Like that would disappear, like because of what happened.
Yeah, with Roland, there's a bit of closure. He's like, I've spent enough time in the company of death. But like,
I suppose I never really thought about it that much when I was younger, I guess. I don't know, it would have been nice to have some payoff, but I don't think that means he like deserved to die or something.
I think maybe if they brought him back, there might be like something.
I did have this idea for like some kind of weird spin-off where he comes back like ages ago, like some kind of like it was going to be like some kind of like Ice Age animal spin-off thing where they try to do that, and then he like Nick comes and sabotages it or something.
I definitely think that there was going to be an action scene here because this scene just seems to plod along with no like. It's just Nick just going through the ruins. It's just. I don't know.
Maybe it's just supposed to be like the idea of like the tension of is there something there? Maybe that's what it's supposed to be.
Again, like as well, sure Malcolm done fuck all at the end of JP1. He was incapacitated for.
Yeah. I mean, like even though Nick disappears, every character like in this movie ends up doing something. I don't think any of them end up like getting the back seat. You know, we can see like all this old like Jurassic Park 1 kind of like stuff with all these old switches and things. And also you have the mural earlier that he looks at. I mean, nowadays if someone like saw this kind of scene, they'd say it's too nostalgic or something.
If people find any reason to fucking give out about stuff.
Well, I like that mural because it gave you an idea of what the original park would have looked like.
I just
very effective
callback. Even then, it's just like something that because Nick doesn't know anything about Jurassic Park, so it's like he sees that and it's like, so
what's this?
What the plan was.
I love this scene, but I do think some of the stunts and stuff goes into Buster Keaton levels of like, Sarah falling backwards through a window, rolling down on top of a beam, then rolling out in front of the two. I was just like, it goes a bit too kind of fucking Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton.
You could put one of those tunes under it, I guess.
Exactly
that one.
God, I love seeing like it's kind of like the skeletons of all these old buildings. Like some of them even literally look like ribs and things. Like you transition from like dead dinosaurs to like this like the skeleton of a village in a way.
Isn't that something from the novel? In the novel, there's the raptor nest built close to the dead Betasaurus. Do you think
maybe
it came from there?
Maybe.
I know during the day the raptors were prominent, but at nighttime the Carnosaurus.
The Carnosaurus, yeah. I think this is such a weird scene. They're running away from the raptor that tried to grab Sarah, and then they run back towards it.
Yeah.
And maybe that is. I know they shot it with an animatronic first, because there's images with an animatronic.
Well, they do use the animatronic where the snout is coming through the windshield or the side window of the car, and where it's digging as well. I think one of the heads comes under the door.
They do, yeah. But there's an image of Sarah and Ian facing off with the animatronic raptor next to the car. So it's just it it doesn't really work here.
Yeah, so like
They're
there's also
wrong.
a bit where after Ludlow dies on the island, in the original script, Roland comes back and shoots a raptor, and that's his payoff for using a gun, for like having a gun. So
That
there's
was
going between like
James. That was the one where he used the T-Rex piss to cover
yeah.
the visitor
So, like,
center, and
there was obviously a scene where he comes back and I guess has a hero moment. But I kind of prefer it. Not only does he not like fire a shot off, but like he kind of like regrets the fact that he even did any of this in the first place. So like I don't know. Like I don't think I would have liked the stupid like him having a heroic scene. I don't think.
It works better in the film, the way he leaves.
oh,
God, the way the raptor like kind of like turns its head to the glass. It's really good.
Yeah. It's a bit mad.
Yeah.
But this is a good moment where they're trying to crawl out of the shed.
Yeah, they're both thinking at the same time. It's like they both kind of have the same level of, well, the same idea.
I like that raptor stuck underneath the fucking shed. It's like, ah. It reminds me of my uncle's dog Pajo. It got stuck under the shed for ages. We couldn't get it out because it'd snap if you tried going over to take the board off its back.
Oh, there comes the raptor.
Oh, this scene.
Oh, you getting prepared for us?
It still doesn't bother me,
Look, here's the thing. Both this scene and the Alan dream sequence have the same sort of build-up early on. So like you have to pick and choose which one's worse. It is the fact that the parrot didn't talk to Alan, is that a better build-up to the raptor talking? Or is the gymnastics a better build-up?
I think both of them are. Joe, I have individual problems with each. Okay, Joe, I'll let Kelly off. I'll let Kelly off if you acknowledge the fact that Grant should not know what those raptors are going to look like in a dream.
Totally, no.
No, dude, there's no reason that he knows that those raptors look like that.
Here it comes from me. Oh yes, first raptor kill of the movie.
I don't know which one to choose. I think the better build-up is the talking raptor in the dream.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But not by much.
I'm gonna. You're driving me to fucking drink here. I'm Irish, but you're still driving me to drink.
Yeah, there you go. That's our first human killing a dinosaur in the franchise as well.
No, Tim and Lex killed the raptor in the freezer.
I guess if you discount the freezer, that's the first, I guess, like direct physical action against a raptor that led to its death.
That's right.
By the most, like,
this is a great moment.
Really, kids are good at killing dinosaurs.
Yeah. This is a great moment. One raptor on the roof and the other below her, and she's trying to...
Oh yeah, I always love this.
That's cool where she uses the tiles.
Yeah, this is one of the great raptor scenes in this film. Do you guys wish there had been more on the raptors in The Lost World? Because it's pretty brief. They changed the ending. Is it fine?
I think the way I look at it, Neelis, is that the first movie focuses on the raptors as the main kind of dinosaur antagonists, while this one focuses on the Rexes as the main dinosaur antagonists. And I know they're not evil either. It's just the main threat in each movie. The first one is the raptors, where the Rex is kind of a recurring threat, while this is in this one the Rex is the main threat.
Oh, that's true. And I don't mind that it's short, but I think that To me, it might
the
have been
Raptors become main
a little
characters in
longer.
JP3 anyway.
That's
Well, not
true
main
as well.
characters, but like main dinosaurs. Other than, actually no, the bands. There you go. Here we go. InGen, we make your future. Turns out everyone's future is terrible. Yeah, like,
They're saved for now.
oh, Nick, how could you take the bullets? Bad character, awful, hate him.
Hey, look,
Bad
as
writing.
bad as that was, fucking sneaking aboard the ship and letting the Rex out.
Yeah, that'd be even more of a dick move.
a dick move. That would be on the fucking title too.
No, mate, just a dick move. It's not like it's a big deal. Just like, oh, why did you do that for? That would kind of suck, dude.
Dude, if he did that and you said that's a dick move, that's like, oh, Ted Bundy, you shouldn't have killed all those women. That was a dick move. An entire ship of people were killed.
Andre is dead.
Yeah, this is a good moment.
Yeah. I think this bit coming up, it's probably one of my favourite lines of the movie, the Company of Death line. I love it. Because it's one of those things where it's like, it could have two meanings. It could mean Ludlo's the Company of Death, or InGen is.
What do you think the time lapse between the ship arriving and Sarah and the lads getting to the mainland?
A day.
It should be a few days. Maybe 2 days? You think one?
I don't know. I suppose it depends how long that tranquilizer lasts. Oh wait, did
I'd say
they give it
24
another
hours.
sedative?
Keep in mind though, he hit it twice with 2 doses.
He hit it
and
twice,
went
and I think they said they revived it and then tranked it again. Did they? Or was it? Try to remember.
Yeah,
Couple
that's
of days.
something. Yeah, they say something like that. They had to revive it because its heart stopped, or it stopped breathing. It's coming up anyway.
Yeah, and like Spielberg does a lot in this movies where it just like transitions. Like you see, look at the sky at the helicopter, and then this is the helicopter way later. So like this is what the movie's been doing the entire time, though. Like it did that from the very start with Malcolm, on the island. So like,
I like the fact the ship is called Venture.
Yeah. The King Kong homage.
Oh, be right back.
I can't remember how long the end of the Lost World book was after the wherever they were in South America. Did they ever even say how long ago it was after that? I have no idea. Like when they take the Pteranodon off it. I'd have to read it. Anyway, Ian has a nice car. It's nice.
He's made some good money out of his injury.
I suppose eventually though he lost his claim no eventually, I guess.
He bought the car before he did.
Yeah.
So there's the moment where he says Ian and Sarah have to see it up close.
Yeah.
I still wonder what the test results were that Sarah mentioned.
I don't even remember that. When's that come up?
Sorry, when that came up? They came up at the fence when
yeah,
the guard to turn them away.
Guys, has the ship crashed into the dock yet?
No.
No, it's still.
Sarah,
like Sarah and Nick have just been let in. So
let me know when it's crashing through.
It's coming up now. They're talking to the ship. You're approaching a docking area. Oh.
I'm absolutely perplexed by how the fuck I'm ahead of ye. Because like just I'm watching it on DVD and I'd assume it'd be slower, but
Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know.
It's gonna
Like, I think it would
crash.
be a few seconds off each other at the start, but like generally, like it should have been fine.
All right, here comes the ship.
Yeah, I love the reveal that it's like when the walks out and there's the ship there. So a few people definitely probably died in this scene.
Oh man, they must have. Oh,
Like definitely the people in that
in the
building, I
little
guess.
house. Yeah.
Yeah, they got smushed.
James, how do you theorize? And I'm not trying to pick holes again. What's your theory on how the Rex got recaptured inside in the cargo hold?
I agree with like what's his face. Clayton said what the one of the guys ran into the cargo hold and the Rex chased after him. Like that makes sense to me. And an injured guy closed it.
A guy's dying breath or gasp was used to close the lock, right?
Yeah. Well, it seems so because the guy's dead. Oh, there's the hand. There's Nick Van Owen's hand. Yeah. Look. There it is.
Again, that's what gets me. And I know, I think Clayton said we don't see the exterior of the cabin. But to me, the cabin was intact.
I mean, the weird thing is that like Nick would be trying to control the boat, and then one of the crew grabs an axe off the wall and chops his hand off. Like, is that the first thing he goes to?
Did you hear that theory, Neelis, about like Nick being
I like the theory up to the part where a generic InGen grunt grabs an axe and chops Nick's arm off. He could have just tackled them.
I just think InGen wouldn't let him near their boat.
Yeah, but what if he'd like done a Metal Gear Solid, Solid Snake, and just like this look aboard?
We've seen Nick Van Owen later, but he has like the arm of someone else.
At the end of the day, James, I'm with you. This is like a big bale of hay, and we're just fucking grasping at straws.
Yeah, like I say, I just think the whole idea is InGen did something. InGen screwed up because they're InGen and they're rubbish. T-Rex got out, they all suck, and then the T-Rex gets out again. You just have to get used to it, you know?
It's a bit like Alien 3. It's like Alien 3 with the assembly cut where they capture the alien and then someone lets it go again.
Yeah, I prefer the assembly cut.
I do too.
Yeah. Actually, guys, at some stage, do you want to do a watch it at? Well, James,
I don't know. Sure, probably.
Have you got the quadrilogy?
I think I could watch it, but I'd have to have my mic and my laptop while I'm watching Alien on the TV.
Oh, okay.
And I guess I'd not be able to hear it very well, or I'd have to just put in subtitles. I don't know. I'd have to watch it on my Xbox.
Do you want me to mail you over one of my 4 copies of it?
Oh no, it would have to be online, I think, for me to watch it. I'm just not sure if like any other version I watched it on would like make the stream crash or something.
A friend of mine worked in a GameStop and he can buy a Czechoslovakian version of it. And he's like, "Do you want this?"
Yeah.
What is it? He's like Alien 3 in Czechoslovakia. What do you want to take?
Give me that. It's safe. He's like in total shock.
Yeah, he would get like those moments where he's like, it's a bit like the Hammond ice cream scene, where it's like he gets his own moment where he screwed up.
Yeah,
of course he can't accept the fact that he lost. So he. Yeah.
Hammond is humbled by it, while Ludlow just doubles down on being a prick.
Yeah. You know, I think Hammond definitely doesn't care if his nephew died, though. I think he really doesn't like. Like he definitely doesn't seem like that choked up about it.
Those people are in a serious slumber if that fucking racket isn't making them up. I like the way he just barrels through the wall to drink in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never. The only thing I don't like about this part is that the dog dies. That's about it. Everything else is fine. Just the idea. I think every kid has a little dream of like looking out the window and it's like, oh, it's a big dinosaur. That'd be cool. Like I'm pretty sure I've had things like that.
I was worried. I showed my niece this. She was about, I think, 8 or 9 at the time, and she's like, "Oh, that lizard has a keyring in its mouth." It looked like it had a keyring, a keychain dangling from its mouth.
So that's a bit like me with that the stupid cheeseburger joke. As a kid, you just miss things as a kid. You just don't comprehend things.
I think she just couldn't fathom something eating a dog.
Yeah.
There's a dinosaur in our backyard. I told you not to get him that fish.
God, it's like your kid comes up and annoys the parents, and just like it's like a usual generic scene like that, and then dinosaur at the end.
Yeah.
So it's like an inversion.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a keyring in its mouth.
It was supposed to crash into the house, but they cut that.
I think they just didn't want the people thinking that the kid and the parents were eating.
Yeah, I mean they already killed the dog.
I don't know about you guys, but if the parents, and not the kid, but if the parents had been eaten and the dog lived, I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, like I personally agree with some people on the whole the whole Zara death scene in the Jurassic World somewhat. So like I think they would feel like that. So it would just feel cruel, maybe.
I think that goes on a bit too long.
Yeah.
It's fine if she dies. That's not a point. That's not a problem. But
it was she was being dumped.
I definitely think Colin kind of regrets it. I think I definitely think he was like maybe I should have cut down a bit or something. But like
I wouldn't agree that a lot of people are saying Colin Trevorrow doesn't like women. I wouldn't agree with that.
I don't think it's that. I think I don't know. Oh, whenever Jurassic World comes on Amazon Prime, I'm sure we'll do a commentary on it and talk about it then.
We can watch that one too, yeah.
Hey, and we're stealing the baby again. Second time they've.
Engine screws up because they're able to drive in and out.
It seems like they weren't really ready, like that, like transition direct just yet. I guess all the staff were at the docks.
I'm just. Are there Japanese businessmen in this, or am I thinking of?
There are.
Oh yeah, I blew up the kid.
Yeah, John. I think it's all about how people react to like tragic deaths, things like that. I guess if there's no like real impact on anyone else, I guess people feel that's like mean spirited.
Fun fact: the guy with the glasses that gets eaten is David Kep, the writer. Yes, Japanese businessman. Sorry.
So basically, they don't actually say the line. Let's say like I went from Tokyo to get away from this. They don't actually say that.
Yeah.
I think that's actually from Inspector Gadget.
The
movie.
That guy trying to escape inside in the video store is the writer.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, like there's a whole thing people think that like this is a reference to Godzilla, but like with the Japanese guys. But like apparently, that entire like line of dialogue it was literally from like the Inspector Gadget movie, not like this. But somehow it got like.
I like it's been lampooned so many times. Again, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and also Austin Powers, where Austin Powers drives underneath this kind of big Godzilla float, and this Japanese guy goes, "Look, it's Godzilla," and this other Japanese guy goes, "No, it's not Godzilla. Godzilla's copyrighted. It is another monster." Like Godzilla, but not Godzilla.
I always loved the T-Rex in the petrol station for some reason.
That actually reminds me, the petrol station makes me think not of this, but of I have a PS1 game called Jurassic Park Warpath, and you can fight at a petrol station and eat a dog if you're low on health.
Yeah, I love that. There's a little reaction shot earlier when you see that the bull Rex recognizes them. It's nice.
Is it still behind us? And that big silhouette. I love that big fucking silhouette.
Like this is honestly the most the biggest sequence in all the movies, because everything that just changes afterwards basically means well, if you think about it, there wouldn't be a Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3 wouldn't be the way it was without this, and neither would Jurassic World. So
yeah, because the island has turned into a sanctuary. One thing I still kind of don't like. They acknowledge it in Fallen Kingdom, but the Sorna kind of gets put in the back burner. And I know the whole virus thing is the explanation, but I would like to go back there and one more time.
Yeah, but it's not explained in any of the films what happened to Isla Sorna. So they have a chance of going back. If they want to, they can.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily write. It's the kind of law that you write when you want to explain why you're not doing something else, but you can also go back to it and change it if you want to, because it's loose, Yeah,
a possible plot point that we're working to Dominion is maybe the government is like, okay, this dinosaur problem's too off the fucking rails. We need to make a countermeasure. We heard there's a virus that killed off the dinosaurs on Sorna. Go to it, get us a sample, and we can use it to control the population that's on the mainland. That could be an avenue.
Oh, wow, with good logo in there. That's a dumb decision. Spielberg again.
There's a comic that has him survive this, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
God, that's awful. It's
and the artwork
in that
is
comic
fucking abysmal. Covers are amazing, but the artwork in the interior is abysmal. Basically, he's paralyzed and he's scarred, and he's trying to get revenge on Injun and his family.
Yeah, that's so weird.
My favorite modern Jurassic Park comic is Dangerous Game.
Yeah, I think that's pretty decent.
Isn't that the one they never finished?
No, they finished it. They actually finished it. Yeah. Originally, fun fact, it was supposed to be a G.I. Joe crossover.
Oh yeah, because they're all under the same comic company.
Yeah. Basically, a branch of Cobra had set up a base on the island, and I think it was originally supposed to be Duke that was supposed to go under.
And that's the end of Ludlow.
Well, actually, no. He comes back in a wheelchair with scars. He's totally fine. Yeah.
But the thing is, James, he doesn't even look like he was attacked by. He looks like a fucking burn victim. He looks like a. No, but you've seen the comic, right? He looks like a fucking burn victim. He doesn't look like someone who's mauled by an animal.
Yeah, honestly, I buy Billy survived more than Ludlow surviving, because the baby literally goes for his head.
I'm sure what the baby can't finish off the fucking adult will kill.
Yeah. No doubt.
Like we get this little hero moment with Sarah. It's very nice.
Yeah, again, that's a character I actually learned to appreciate in later years.
It's kind of like he clearly has an actual, well, doesn't have a tranquilizer. He obviously there to kill it. So she says the book, which is kind of the point of like the theme of the story, I guess.
The two are just fucking knackered, tired, and Kelly's there with the popcorn.
Oh,
they're just. I love that when someone's so tired that they literally fall asleep, sitting up or standing up.
There's Steven Spielberg. If you watch closely, you can see him in the TV. He's reflected.
Oh.
More hack directing again.
Yeah.
You've ruined the illusion, Neelis. Thanks a lot, dude. I'll never look at the movie the same again, man. You've pulled back the curtain of movie magic.
What kind of idiot would have a scene where you can see a character in a reflection? That's like screenwriting 101. Don't have a movie mistake.
As a result of this, only vampires are allowed to record scenes now that involve screens or tellies.
Yeah.
I love this scene. I do like this scene. It's the island in equilibrium.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Why did they suddenly call him Dr. John Hammond? He was never a doctor.
He bought a PhD. I love these pterodactyls. I wish they'd kept the color scheme and design. So yeah, that was Lost World.
It's not over here yet.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How am I still...
It's almost over.
Yeah. So like I said, you know, well, a couple hours ago, John is kind of the main guy who wins. Like, even though all terrible stuff happens, like he gets what he wants, and everyone else kind of, well, doesn't. Though I guess Mom and Sarah become closer. I guess that's about it.
Okay, Eddie Carr's death. You can say John's accountable for that, but everything else is on Ludlow. Although, yeah, fuck it. If the Rex hadn't been injured or taken out, if Ludlow hadn't arrived with Roland Tembo, the Rex infant wouldn't have been taken out.
Yeah, and then if God didn't create Adam and Eve, then
No, hold on a minute, dude. You were talking earlier about the chaos effect.
Yeah, I know. But it's just like it's fun to go back to find the consequences, like just so far back to the point where it's like derivative. Like I find that really funny.
Let me see.
But
oh shoot!
James, which pteranodons do you prefer? The ones I know there are
3, to be honest. Like these are more like classic, like pteranodon that you think of when you see like a classic children's storybook or something. Like when you like open like a picture book and it's like pteranodon there, but the 3s are like more evil. So like the evil ones, I don't know.
John is in the chat. He's saying, and this is about the Zara death scene, that no one's responding to her death. Like Claire is her boss.
Yeah,
she doesn't ask about her at all.
It is rather cold. What happened to that chick that, like, you were with, that was supposed to be looking after you? She got
assistant
eaten.
Come babysitter just disappears and no one cares about her.
Yeah, imagine the reaction, right, is shit. I have to get a new assistant. Not like, oh my god, it's tragic. It's just
Yeah.
I have to get a new PA.
Now I have to take care of my nephews myself. Oh no.
Shit.
That's a good point. Like, and yeah, I'm not big on that death scene, and not because I mind that Zara dies, but it takes too long for her to just perish. I think for Eddie,
I suppose I like the visceral, like, horrificness of it, but like, I understand why people don't like it, and it's like, it's totally fine. Like, I think it's one of those things you do, you don't, you know.
and it happened. It's in the movie. You can't change it.
But yeah, that was We're Back at Dinosaur Story. Thanks for joining us. God, I haven't seen that movie since I was like 6.
Which
I don't
one?
even know if it's good. Way Back a Dinosaur Story, that like old cartoon from like the 90s or something.
John Goodman's the voice of the T-Rex.
Yeah.
And is it Don Bluth?
Is that the cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
I've seen that once, I think, in my entire life.
Yeah, same.
I think they're sort of. I don't even know how they come back. They're just.
Well, that's just the thing. Just we're back. Hey, you know.
That's it.
It's a time machine. Basically, Dr. Bright Eyes. Oh my god, I can't believe I remember this. Dr. Bright Eyes uses a time machine to go back in time, bring the dinosaurs back. He gives them this weird candy that turns them into docile, intelligent beings. And basically he wants to cheer up all the children with like really fun, friendly dinosaurs. And then his evil brother, Dr. Screw Eye, I think that's his name, who dissolves into crows. He dies of loneliness and explodes into crow. You remember this, James? Is some of this jogging your memory? No.
I remember one time seeing it, and that's where the dinosaurs become evil for a second. That's about it.
They're not evil. They're just your man undoes what his brother did.
Yeah, he makes them more dinosaur-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's by the power of love they're turned back into docile creatures again.
But no, yeah, that was The Lost World. I still like it. It's a cool movie. It does the cool thing.
I think it's the best sequel out of all the sequels.
Yeah.
Probably. Probably overall, yeah.
Would you say that's mainly because Spielberg is still behind the helm and he still has some bit of interest?
It's just something about the story and direction, and the themes that I just really like. But I don't know. It's not a single Jurassic Park film I don't like. So,
James, all I'll say it's good, but it's no Carnosaur.
I've only ever seen Carnosaur 3, so I can't really.
I haven't seen any of those. I've seen a few.
3 was terrible. It's apparently just loads of like stock footage from the previous one.
Recycled scenes from the prior movies. There's also a spin-off called Planet Raptor. Neelis, if you're going to watch any of them, have an ample supply of drink. Have an ample supply of alcohol before you go watching any of them.
I'll keep that in mind. I think this is the best sequel, objectively. I think the third one is more fun because it's just an adventure film that goes by pretty fast. But
I think Tree works as a standalone movie. I don't think it like has major effect or bearing.
I think if you're looking for like big franchise developments, that's not the movie for you.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah,
it works as a standalone adventure.
Because this movie basically changes everything, like everything about how all the sequels are done, or everything. Basically, like the whole reason there's development hell is because they have to find a reason to go back to Sona again, and that's why it took like 14 years. A fourth movie, but yeah,
and then they didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, I suppose. I guess we'll just end the stream now. I don't want to go on too long. Thank you all for joining us. This has been fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Awesome.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's always fun.
Won't be another
Yeah.
Jurassic Park one for a while, I guess. But then we'll find something else to watch. Maybe.
You're still watching Friday night or
Yeah,
Friday evening, Black Scorpion?
Yeah. Is it this Friday?
Yeah. Friday
Oh,
coming.
wow, yeah. Wow, it's close. Yeah. I'll be joining you for the Black Scorpion.
Neelis, you're more
Don't know
than
anything
welcome
about
to
it
watch
other than there's a scorpion in it.
a stop motion 1957 B movie on Friday evening if you want. It's called Black Scorpion. I'll send you a link to the movie. I can only find it in Daily Motion. It got taken off. YouTube, but it's still in Daily Motion. If you want to join us and watch it, you're more than welcome. There's another chap going to be joining us, and I'll see who else. Again,
I'm not sure if I can make it, but if you send me the link, I'll keep it in mind.
Cool beans.
All right, so that's everything. Thank you all for coming. It's been good.
Thanks again.
Always fun, dude. Always fun.
See you next time.
All right.
Ciao.